painting the Tacoma's new sport bar already. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. And that's right, I am painting my new sport bar already on my Toyota Tacoma. Now, first of all, let me say I'm not painting it orange. I've had a couple of suggestions on the channel to paint the side steps orange, paint the emblems orange. You know, there's a point where adding too much accent is just too much, and I'm really looking to not do that. So I'm not painting the sport bar orange. And what I'm talking about, when I put this in, of course I had to use nuts, bolts, whatever to hold it in. And on the previous truck, I had painted these black so that they blend in. If you don't know, I sort of have an aversion to chrome, or really silver. And I don't want the focal point to be, when you look at the truck, the silver nuts and bolts standing out, right? So I have found that if you simply paint them black, they blend in and you don't see them as well. And I may also touch the little spacers that I put in between, just because once I get the bolts and stuff painted, the next focal point will be those spacers that you can see in between. They're on both sides, so I'll probably hit those as well. You can see them on down the row there if you look real close. And also the little screen door handles that Toyota so nicely provides in silver or chrome. Nothing else in here was, but hey, that's what they do. I'm going to touch those up a little bit. Right on the front part where you would grab with your hand, there's a little bit there of silver still showing, so I'm going to touch those real quick as well. And then in the two holes in the header along the bed up there, there's a little silver showing through, and on the last truck I had put some plugs, if you will, in those. So I'm going to do that as well, and that really serves a dual purpose, I guess. One, of course, it gets rid of the silver look. I know, I have a problem. And two, it protects the threads so that they're not exposed to the elements and stuff, so that when I do decide to use them down the road, if I do, they'll be available and I can just pop the plastic plugs out. So let's grab the paint. I'll show you what I'm using. I like to keep a lot of paint around for just this reason. So this is what it's going to be. It's just an enamel, an oil based, and it's flat black. You can sort of see the name there. And then just a little dinky brush that I got at, I think it was one of the craft stores or something. I'll use that just so I can get everything painted. So let me get this shaken up a little bit. Stirred, shaken, not stirred. And we'll go ahead and do a little bit of painting, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, we've got everything painted in here. Sneak peek. I'll show you it in just a minute. But now we're going to go ahead and put something in these holes. And what I'm going to use, I think, are these push pin type things. These are the things that hold most of the truck together. I do have to trim the end a little bit. The idea is to fit it inside the hole like so I can easily remove it down the road if I want to. And that's opposed to painting. Obviously, if I paint it in there, I would mess up the holes, so I don't want to do that, or the threads I should say. So I'm going to trim this a little bit. We're going to stick it in there hopefully, and I'll come back on, show you guys what it looks like. Okay, we've lost our light out here a little bit. It's getting ready to storm, but I think you can still see, I hope. Right here are the little plugs I put in. Again, they're just little push pin ends, if you will. Trimmed them down and then just popped them in with a hammer real quick. They're plastic, they're very pliable, so should be pretty easy to get out when I need to, but they just protect the holes and, of course, get rid of the chrome. So let me step out of the bed and I'll show you what I've done with the chrome nuts. Another quick look at the sky. We don't get a lot of rain here, so when we do, we got to take note. We still have a little bit of light area there, but it is getting ready to do something. Okay, let's take a look. Everything's done. Now just look at the general overall view of the bed right now. You notice There's no beaming chrome that stands out. Just these labels here, which, by the way, probably going to have to do something with as well. But check out down the side of the truck. Everything blends in, even better when it's getting darker outside. But you can see down the edges, and then in the slots, all of the chrome or silver is gone for the most part. I mean, if you look real close, you can see a bolt or something in there, but I'm not going to be that picky. Well, at least not yet. Looking up at the front of the truck where I put the plugs in, you can see up there, those holes are now covered. I much prefer that. I mean, you know, it's a picky little thing, but when you're trying to de-chrome as much as possible, and a devout anti-chromist, of course, you got to take care of as much as you can, within reason. I mean, I'm not going to paint these little latches here or anything, because when the tailgate is closed, they go away. You can't see them. But that's my project. That's what it looks like. Now, the sport bar overall on the truck is completely finished. By the way, while I'm back here, that badge, or decal rather, is going to be changing soon, so stay tuned for that. Now, I want to talk about one more thing while I'm kind of talking about the sport bar, and that is weight. You know, when you add things to the truck, you have to be cognizant, I think, of what it is that you're doing, because I have, in essence, reduced the hauling capacity of the truck by 114 pounds. And that is, of course, the weight of the sport bar itself. Now, one thing I want to add, though, I did improve the hauling capacity of the Tacoma when I took off the side steps. Those are gone. That was weight that the truck had to haul around. And it even mentioned it inside on the sticker right here that the, let's see, the carrying capacity was reduced by 33 pounds, and that of course was the side steps that were on the side. So what I've done so far is reduce the carrying capacity, as Toyota refers to it, of the truck by the weight of the sport bar, 114 pounds, minus the 33 pounds of the side steps that are now gone. You do the math. So it is a little bit less as far as what I can haul with the truck. Now, one other thing I wanted to mention, and this doesn't have anything to do with carrying capacity, and that is the new tires. You know, when I put the new tires on, and I did do a video about this, as well as the wheels, I increased the weight on the truck itself, at least what it has to pull around. Not carrying capacity, but what it has to pull around, by 78.6 pounds. That's the difference between the weight of the new wheels and tires versus the weight of the old wheels and tires. So, I did give the truck a little bit more to haul around, but 78.6 pounds, not too much in my opinion. Anyway, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Does it look better? Do the bolts and the nuts and the washers blend in a little bit better now? And what do you think? Am I too picky? Do I have something wrong? Probably. Leave a comment, I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, if you're interested, I do have 2 additional channels. RobMotive FST, all about my 2021 Toyota Tundra. And RobMotive JT, all about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you're interested, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.